Hello everyone, welcome back. I apologize for the delay in getting videos out. I'm really sorry about that. It has just been hectic. We had a lot of work going on. It just keeps me from getting the things that I really want to get done for all of you, because I know all of you guys are waiting. So I hope I get forgiven for being so late. And look at these chickens. Let me tell you, it has been a night. This was where I was last night. Les, you were asking why I had to get off the phone with you and Frogfoot Holler. We had a busted PVC line, and not sure how long it was busted, but Kelly says that the hot water stopped working. So we have a gas water heater, so I go to the gas water heater and it's just blowing and going, trying to keep up, heating everything up. So I said, well, the only other alternative. So when I seen that the water heater was actually working, I put my hand on that top line and I could feel the water moving, but nothing was turned on inside the house. I came out around the house and come to the side and look under here, and I had a mess. It is flooded under there. Well, that's where I was. I have a busted 3/4 inch PVC line, and there's a chance that this all started with the freeze that caused that. I really don't remember the time, but it took a few hours to get this done, and I just fought this all night. I had to walk to the back of the property, which is all the way over there, about 600 feet in the dark, to shut the water main off, and come back over here, and I just couldn't get the water to stop dripping out of the PVC pipe. So I tried to do the PVC and cement thing last night with just a little drip of water in there, trying to hold it up, and put the line back in. That didn't work. Probably about another 30 or 40 minutes, it was busted again. I was walking back to the other side of the field, shutting it down again, coming back over here, did it again, and thought that it was going to work this time. And probably at about 11:30 or 12 o'clock last night, it actually busted again. So at about 12:30, I went to the field and shut the water main off again, come back inside and said, I'm done. And the problem with all of this, I've been stressing, because today is a big trip that I have to do. I went to our local hardware store, which they have monopolized anything that you want in this little small town. If you need it, you got to get it from them. Went to get some PVC. I had all the fittings, but I needed a PVC line just to get an extra 3 or 4 inches out of it, because I can't find where mine's located. Get there and they're completely out of the PVC pipe. So then I had to drive to Lowe's. Got to Lowe's and I picked up enough to where I'm not going to have this problem with not having enough PVC line. So guys, one of the things that you need to have is extra fittings, extra couplings, tees, couplings, plugs, whatever you need. Make sure you get an assortment of those things for each line that you have at your house, plus PVC pipe, to where when something happens at 11 o'clock at night, you have everything you need. So I got another supply of some couplings, even though I had some tees and 90s, and the PVC pipe and plugs. So driving home, and all I did was plug it, because once I got home, I was trying to figure out I'm going to run out of time before I have to leave for my job. So I decided just to plug the line. It only feeds hot water to the back bathroom, so it's not going to be an issue. It's not going to be an issue. I'm just going to leave it like it is until I can get back. Are you following me? Or all of you guys follow? Everywhere as I went last night, they were right behind me. They followed me all the way to the other side of the property to shut the main off. That's another thing I need to do. I need to find my main line. Me and Les was talking about that. I need a valve shut off close to the house. I'm sure there's one here, but it may be buried. So I don't know, and I don't know if there's one, but we're gonna have to try to trace that down eventually. Well, as you can see, I still didn't take my tunnel down. That's actually, if you're new to the channel, don't know what this is. I actually have a Generac, and after the hurricane hit, we were out of power for a month, and we had some issues with carbon monoxide in our house. And I did a video on it of the fire truck and the ambulance here and checking our levels, and the fire chief telling us we need to make something that we can vent the carbon monoxide out. So that was makeshift. I put that up and it worked, but I need to get it down, and I haven't done that yet. These generators, they're good for 2 to 3 days of running, but after you get into about a week of running, you know, that carbon monoxide can start building up inside your house. And one of the things we have to do is actually move the generator farther from our home where we don't have that problem. That's what I did last night and this morning, and now it's time to leave. Where am I going? I am going to Kuntz, Tennessee. I have a job at a shop in Iuka, Mississippi. So it's a 10-hour trip for me, and we're all packed up. We're ready to go. Kelly always comes. It's just a one-day job. We're gonna get there, sleep, do my job in the morning, and drive back home. It's actually 20 hours of drive time. Not looking forward to it, but the car's ready, got everything ready to go, so we're ready to get on the road. So I'll show you our checklist. Kelly's makeup bag, check. Our clothes, check. My shaving kit, check. My boots, check. Roosters, check. Kelly, check.
Can't forget me.
Can't forget Kelly. Oh, let's not forget what she's got down there. She's got
Hey, don't be showing people my stash.
I'm gonna hook it up when I get in the car.
No, that's for me.
No, that's for both of us, right?
No.
Got my work bag, has my computer and all of the stuff I need for work in it, check. The air compressor in case the tire gets low, check. Try to find a place to get air. My gosh, you got to pay for it. You have to hope that it works. So if you have your own backup, that's a good thing to have. Water, check. Just in case there's not a bathroom, the luggable loo, check. I got my bag with me. Also my medical bag as well. Fire extinguisher. So I think we're good. Chargers, got all of that. This is my work car, so it's dirty. Sorry guys. Are you just trying to walk sideways? Watch. He's after me. I'm gonna do it too. Walk sideways. Come on, Rocky. You're something. Get some fuel, get something to eat for lunch, and we're gonna make this trip. Should be there around 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight, with no delays in traffic. That never works though. It's a trip, but we got to get her done. So it's time to get on the road, and I'm gonna try to get some filming done while we're traveling. It might be a little while for me to get this thing up, but at least you'll have something to see. I hope everyone's well out there, and let's get on the road. Here we go. We're gonna go through 3 states today, honey. But once we get through Louisiana, we'll get into Mississippi. We'll go all the way to the top. And then we cross over, and it's not that far past the Mississippi-Tennessee border. Maybe about 4 or 5 miles. On the road again. current price, $2.65 a gallon. So we have made it to Sulphur. We're gonna get us something to eat. We just finished filling the car up, and then on the interstate we go. We are on the interstate. That's the I-10 bridge in Lake Charles. We got a long ways to go. Well, can't get there like this. Traffic's got to start moving. We're about to get into a one-lane road up ahead on the interstate. Our next stop is in Lobdell, which is just before Baton Rouge. It's time for a break. So we're going to pull into the Love's truck stop for a second, grab us something to drink, and get back on this road. And I'll show you the state capitol and the Baton Rouge Bridge when I get there. Old famous Love's truck stop. When I used to come to Baton Rouge for a job every week, 2 to 3 times a week, I was here. And this was my pit stop just before I got to work. Right now, we currently estimate to get there at 10:25 tonight. Back on the road. New estimated arrival 10:34, but that'll change, of course, with traffic, with stopping again, and eating supper this evening. Yeah, great trip. Here we go.
Continue on I-10.
And there's the Baton Rouge Bridge, along with the traffic. We're soon to be in Baton Rouge, the state capital of Louisiana. Might be able to see it in the background, the state capitol. It's the pencil looking building over there. Yeah, we are 3:15 and this traffic is dead stop on the Baton Rouge Bridge. Southern Belle teacher should know all about this, because she's from this area. The Mississippi River. Traffic is starting to move, which is a good thing. We have come to the next turn in our journey.
Take exit 38B on the right to I-55 North.
We're getting off the interstate, getting on I-55 for our journey north.
Continue on I-55.
Now we travel north. Interstate 55. We'll go through Grenada, go through Jackson, and quite a few others till we get to the top of the state. Then we go into Tennessee. What breaks my monotonous while I'm driving is I'll put on a YouTube video and just listen. And right now we're listening to the last video of Mr. Tom with Deep South Bama as he's walking through the woods. Always love to listen to him. We'll go from the flatlands of Louisiana. Not much for us to see, but some people like that, the ones that live in the mountains. Some people have commented how our land's so flat in Louisiana, and we're on the other side wishing that we could be in the mountains. We're going to go from the flatlands of Louisiana to the Mississippi hills, so that'll be fun and interesting for us. Pulled off the road just to show you the sign. We're crossing in to Mississippi, birthplace of America's music. So far, it still looks like Louisiana to me. But here we go. Getting close to 4:30 now. We've been on the road a few hours. We have made it to Mississippi. One more state to go so we can go to sleep. Always when I come down here, we like to stop at the Golden Corral to eat our supper every time we come. So we may get there at about the right time, and that's where we'll eat, I'm sure. Well, we have made it to Macomb, Mississippi, and it's time for supper. So we're gonna get this done, so then our next stop will only be little pit stop breaks.
What?
And Kelly's starving like she's always, so we're gonna...
I'm not even hungry at all.
Oh, you're not?
No, not at all.
Oh. Well, we gotta get this out of the way.
All right.
Okay, let's do it. We have reached Winona, Mississippi. It's dark, so I can't film much. Just got our next fill up, and our gas price here was $2.55 for regular. A little bit cheaper than where we were, but we've even seen it as low as 30 cents cheaper than our town at home. So we're still driving. Our expected arrival time now is 11:27. We are backing up in time. It's getting later and later before we get there. It is currently 11:44, and we have finally made it. We are in Kuntz, Tennessee, about 6 miles north of Iuka, Mississippi, where I'll be working tomorrow. My bones are hurting after being underneath that house, trying to fix them lines until midnight, and then working on it this morning before we left. Yeah, now I'm feeling it. It's time for the bed. Room number 217. And we already broke the ribbon. Guess I'll show you the room. Has a king bed. All the lights aren't on, so it's not that bright in here. Got a little couch. Got a little table. And there's a little workstation if you want to set your computer up. If you got anything to get done, there it is. Looks like on their clean state they wrap the remote once it's sanitized. And you got a TV, little refrigerator. Well, that's neat. We're not going to be using any of that, because like I said, it is time for bed. Alright guys, we'll see you tomorrow when we get up. Well, good morning everyone. We have gotten up. We've left our motel. We're on our way. Boy, in the dark you can't see the hills. And they have got some hills here. We just been driving for maybe 4 or 5 minutes before I get to my shop. Look, whoa, I don't know if this camera can do the justice, but this is a super steep hill where I'm at on the parking lot. And look at the marina. How cool. You launch your boat. And we're about to get a little farther down the road. Kelly had to stop at this store. And it's a really neat place. This is beautiful. How different is this? Look at them houses on the hill. look at the waterway. Somebody's already on a jet ski this early in the morning.
It's crazy. It's cold outside.
And it's cold. Look at that. Wow, Kelly. Okay, so we're leaving Tennessee, guys. Welcome to Mississippi again. I couldn't show y'all last night because it was too dark. That's a neat way to store your boat. This is new land for me. I haven't been this way. I always like to go to new places. But the hills of Mississippi and Tennessee, they're kind of neat. I like that area where he stopped at that gas station. That was pretty neat. It's got like a bait shop and tackle and fishing stuff, and you can even get something to eat there. I don't know if anybody's from around this area in Iuka. If you are, please let us know. I'll be back in this area too. There is a chance that I'll be here every week, back and forth. Well, guys, this is where I was. And now we are done with the facility audit and we can go home. So we're gonna drive down this road, and I hope this GPS does what it's supposed to do and not send us down any any roads that I thought I was gonna die on last night.
It was
But
terrible.
on our way here, when we got into Tennessee, I couldn't show you, but it turned us on this one road that was a very narrow lane, and ups and downs and ups and downs.
And the road barely fit 2 cars, and we must have saw 100 deer, and it was pitch black.
Oh yeah, it had to have been 100.
And the curves were so sharp that you have to come to a complete stop to go around. It was, and the hills, oh Lord, it was terrible.
Well, it first started with the Natchez Trace Parkway, and I gotta find my way around that so I don't have to go on again at 50 miles an hour. And driving it in the dark, we must have seen at least 100 deer.
Oh yeah.
Right at the edge of the road, and they didn't care. They just looked at you
Not
when
all
you
in one
passed.
spot. Over
Yeah.
40 miles.
Yeah, over 40 miles of parkway, and I slowed down to try to take a picture. Well, the minute you stop your car, well, they're gone. And so now we are getting out of this industrial complex in Iuka, Mississippi, and we're heading home. Now you get to see this side of the world before it got dark. This facility gets these coil plates in. They all rolled up just like a toilet paper roll. Then they have a machine that pulls them through, flattens them, and cuts them to size of whatever type of steel plate that you need, up to a certain thickness that you'll see them. I think they're about up to 1/2 inch thick. And here comes a big truck. And this is Samuel Roll Farm Group. That's another one. It's just a big industrial complex. But look at the hills. Hey, we got hills. Yeah, let me tell you, they got some beautiful houses over here. Oh my gosh. I think I found out where the rich people live.
Turn left on County Road 370.
And we will show you as we go once we get on the road. I think it's going to take us a different way though, Kelly. We're not going to be coming from
Well, I hope so.
the other way. Hopefully the GPS knows where I live. In Mississippi, we've seen these crosses all over the place along the way. And they sure are big. I'm on the off-ramp, just stopped just to show you the size of it. It's huge. The cross of Christ. All glory to God. So they even have benches you can sit. So we're gonna sit and I'll give you a nice view of it. Absolutely huge. And they keep this thing lit up, as you can see the lights here. They're all around the cross, so at night the cross shines bright. And I'll show you the solar panels that they have set up that keeps the lights on at night. There they are. $22 to be exact. For this cross to be lit. And there she is, the beauty. Taking her pictures. Alright, I'll stretch my legs. This is a nice area. Just off the road. Alright, let's get back to driving. We got a long ways to go. We seen a history sign for the Little Red Schoolhouse, so we had to pull off before the sun goes down. You could actually tour this place. OES birthplace. Here in 1849, Robert Morris Mason, schoolmaster, began movement that resulted in creation of the Order of the Eastern Star. Schoolhouse has also housed Masons and Company C-15th Mississippi Infantry, CSA. Little Red Schoolhouse. This is really neat. They even got the school bell on the side of the door, if you can see, just before the steps. That is neat. That's a little bit of history. Nothing wrong with that. One day when we get back at a timely manner, we'll come and tour this thing.
So you get a brochure out of here and it says that the cornerstone was laid early in October 1847.
The cornerstone? In 1847?
60 by 30 and 2 stories high.
Wow.
I think it was a college at one point.
Well, Les, there you go. The Little Red Schoolhouse. Well, that was probably our last thing that we can see during the daylight. It is about to get dark. My headlights are now on. I still see a little bit, but the sun is set. Gotta get back up on this interstate. Keep on driving. Nice area over here. Back on the interstate. It is currently 6 p.m. and at GPS says we're going to get home at 11:59.
Continue on I-55.
But we know that's not going to be correct because we still haven't stopped for supper.
We're just going to do a drive-thru, I think.
Yeah, drive-thru would be good. Kelly wants Whataburger. And She searched for a Whataburger, and there's only 2 in Mississippi.
I only saw 2
Only
on
2
the map,
on the map.
so I don't know.
Wow. So she's not getting her Whataburger.
Unless there's one in Jackson.
You're gonna have to settle for Sonic,
No.
Taco Bell, Popeyes.
That'll do.
Popeye sounds better.
Yeah, I want some shrimp.
Shrimp.
Yeah,
Shrimp?
at Popeyes.
You heard that, Gloria?
Yeah, sorry, Gloria. Gotta have some shrimp.
Gloria with sweet, savory words. Kelly's killing you one shrimp at a time. It's about to get dark, y'all. All right. Well, I'm going to end this. If we can show something else, we will. If not, don't forget to stay well, stay safe, and always remember, prepare for the unknown. While we took this trip, the kids stayed home. Of course, Devin's there, and my daughter from Texas is there as well. So they're managing the fort while we're gone. No problems. We stayed in contact with them all day long. Video calls, talking, and Devin even called, said, "Y'all don't have to come home. We're good." I wonder what that means. They don't want us to come home. Does that mean they got it? Yeah, we better go home. Alright guys, y'all have a good evening. And hopefully I can get this video up soon so y'all can see my journeys. It wasn't much, but at least it gave you a glimpse of what I was doing.
But we hope you enjoyed it.
And we sure hope that you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. I'd really like to get that subscriber count up. And we love all of you guys for sticking with us. More to come. We have made it to Jackson, and I think we're going to find us something to eat for supper. Don't know what. Traffic is not that heavy this time, which is great. I guess we missed all the rush hour traffic. Well, Kelly found the Whataburger, so she gets to have her barbecue sandwich. You have lucked out. Not many in Mississippi, but you found one.
Hi, this is Whataburger. How can I help you?